What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to Mr. Plays, and today I'm going to be ranking the top 5 champions from the Science and Mystic classes. Roll the intro. This is the second video in a video series where I rank the top 5 champions from every class. I rank 2 classes per video based off of the dual class crystals. In this video, I'm ranking the Science and Mystic classes. First up, the Science class. At number 5, we have Human Torch. Once you get to 20 temperature, his damage just goes way up. You can parry and then charge your heavy to get to that 20 temperature, and then just do normal combos to get a bunch of incinerates. If you can keep this guy's temperature at 20 as much as possible and then just play him, he is just an absolutely amazing champion. Human Torch has a really nice pre-fight ability that you can activate, and also if you have the full Fantastic Four team, he can become much more versatile, and he also gets a nice boost in damage. Overall, Human Torch is a great Science champion, but not the best, so this lands him at the number 5 spot. At the number 4 spot is Thing. If you build the right team around him, he hits like an absolute truck. Without the synergies, he can still get up to 60 rock stacks, which can make his damage pretty good. But with the synergies, he just is absolutely insane. If you put him on a team with the champion, Hela, Heimdall, and Korg, his damage just is absolutely nuts. When you would be knocked out, since you have the synergy with the champion, you instead go indestructible for 6 seconds, and every time you're hit during that indestructible, you gain a massive fury. You can then use the Hela and Heimdall synergy to get him regenerating back to 15%, so you have some health for the rest of the fight. If you get enough of these, he gets 7,000 crits just as a 5-star rank 2. And his special 3 also gives you another fury, which also makes you unblockable and unstoppable, so you can just send out massive amounts of damage. All of this, with the right team, makes Thing an absolutely insane champion, and he is just a great champion that is high risk but high reward, which all puts him at the number 4 spot for Science. At the number 3 spot, I have Void. This champion ideally needs to be awakened and at a pretty high sig, but if you can do this, he just hits so hard. Once you get all 6 debuffs on the opponent passively and also through using the special 1, he inflicts Fear of the Void and makes his damage just go absolutely insane. This only happens if he is awakened though, so that's what makes him need to be awakened to be such a great champion. His special 3 can give him a lot of massive fury if you use it when the other opponent has lots of debuffs on them. Void is great for long fights like Labyrinth of Legends, Realm of Legends, because he needs to get ramped up during the fight. But if you can ramp this guy up, he is just a beast. All this puts Void at the number 3 Science champion. At number 2, we have Captain America Infinity War. If you awaken this guy and put some specific champions on the team with him, then he can get a lot more utility, but it's not needed for a lot of damage potential. Cap Infinity War has such a great block proficiency, which is one of the reasons he is such a great champion. The great thing about Captain America Infinity War is that you can gain kinetic potentials, which can later make him kinetically charged. Parrying gives you a kinetic charge, and getting hit into your block gives a 50% chance to get a kinetic charge. If you get to 5 stacks and then charge your heavy, you can get a 250% increase in damage with a fury. If you do this heavy right into your special 2 and that special 2 crits, the damage is absolutely crazy. This all puts Captain America Infinity War at the number 2 spot. And the best Science champion in the game is Quake. If you know how to play her, she just literally is a cheat code. If you charge your heavy, then evade the hit, and then you can dex the next hit, you can just repeat this a ton and just take no damage the entire fight. While charging her heavy, she evades everything besides specials, which makes her invincible. Even as a 4-star, she beats pretty much any champion in the game. You never have to worry about, like, almost anything, like taking damage from debuffs, baiting out specials, having to parry, or any of that stuff. The fights might take a little longer than other fights, but the thing is, if you just play her correctly, you take no damage every single fight, which is why Quake is the best science champion in the game. Now on to the Mystic class. At number 5, we have Magic. She's one of the older champions of the game, but she's still an amazing champion to use. Magic's power control is some of the best in the game. It's like absolutely insane. Once you get to your special 2, you can just steal a bar of power and then power lock them for enough time to get to a special 2 for you again. Just spamming that special 2 makes the opponent have like almost no power the entire fight, which is just absolutely amazing to have. Her only problem is that outside of her power control, she doesn't have much utility, but the power control is so amazing, which is what lands Magic at the number 5 spot for the Mystic champions. At the number 4 spot is Symbiote Supreme. Symbiote Supreme is a great Mystic champion that has a ton of utility and can inflict a lot of really nice damage. This champion inflicts tons of staggers, which is amazing for just nullifying the other champion's buffs. Once you get this guy to his special 3, you can then inflict massive bleeds off of his hits and also a ton more staggers. So if you can bleed the opponent and also can stagger them, Symbiote Supreme is the way to go. All of this lands him at the number 4 spot for Mystic champions. The number 3 spot on this list goes to Longshot. Longshot's gameplay comes from charging and also using heavies. You can charge the heavy to get good karma, and then you use the heavy to inflict 2 of your good karma as bad karma on the opponent. He also can inflict extra damage if the opponent generates lots of buffs. If you can get 5 bad karma on the opponent and then use your special 2, the damage is absolutely nuts. He does massive damage and then also inflicts an Incinerate on the opponent. While this Incinerate is active, you can use your heavies to inflict even more Incinerates that do even more damage. Longshot is an amazing champion with a ton of damage output, which is what lands him at the number 3 spot for Mystic champions. Now at number 2 for Mystic class, we have Black Widow Clairvoyant. She's just such a fun and different and interesting champion to play around with. She also has lots of immunities based on the specific curse that she is in. The specific curse she's in will make her immune to that curse and also can inflict the type of debuff on the opponent that is during that curse. Her special 2 is amazing because it inflicts a buff immunity on the opponent. You can gain her charges from either the opponent trying to apply a buff and then being immune to a buff, the opponent being immune to a debuff, or you being immune to a debuff. This is a way that she can gain tons of power. Each curse is either great for getting power, getting regen, or reducing the opponent's defensive stats. Black Widow Clairvoyant is an amazing champion that works beautifully with suicides, all just landing her at the number 2 spot for Mystic champions. And the best Mystic champion in the game is Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom is an amazing champion that can get so much power, inflicts a ton of staggers, and just does crazy damage. You can do a medium, 3 lights, and then heavy combo, and then you'll shock the opponent, and when they're shocked, you can use your heavy to stun them. When you use this heavy, it also staggers the opponent, which is so great for nullifying any buffs that they'll get. If you can work your way up to a special 3, then you can use that special 3 and it will give you a massive Fury, inflict the Aura of Hazareth, and that will get you that Fury and also make your specials unblockable. The special 3 will also stun the opponent after you use it. You can use the special 3, just go right from that special 3 into a medium, and then triple light and 2 medium combo. Then you go right into the special 1, steal a bunch of power from the opponent, and then use the special 2, and it just inflicts so much damage from the special 2 and also the Incinerates off of the special 2. Dr. Doom is just an amazing champion for so many different situations in the game. He does crazy amounts of damage, has so much utility, and all of this lands him as the best Mystic champion in the game. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, it really helps out. And if you want to see more content, subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss any of the content that we put out. And until next time, peace!